Hi, this is TV on TV, and we're reporting live this week from Cerimania. And today, on our section called Making TV, we're talking to the two producers from a very good Australian series called Mystery Road. I'm going to have them introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Grace Simpkin.
And hi, I'm David Jowsey.
Okay, nice to meet you. So this is ostensibly a mystery series, but I think, as you were saying, mystery, and the mystery is actually, I think, quite well written, to tell you the truth, and it keeps deepening, as you said. But what it does too is it talks about Australia's history, the history with the Aborigines in a particular part of Australia. So, how did you come to make the series? I mean, I know it's based on why were you interested in making it, and what does it mean to you?
You go ahead first.
Well, look, I think what I would say is that we created this character, this detective character, Jay Swan, and I think we had more to say with Jay because he was an Indigenous cop in the outback. He sort of caught between two worlds, so he was, he wasn't really comfortable with the Aboriginal community because he was a cop, and the white hierarchy in the police system. They sort of treated him with suspicion. So he was a bit of a loner and it's sort of an interesting character. And the tension between that between two worlds, it did feel to us that there was more to explore and that we could transform that into a television series. And when you think about it,
originally two films.
It was originally two.
Now it's a series of six. Right?
That's
six
right.
1 hours, correct.
And it's set between the two films. So there's Mystery Road and there's Goldstone, and we've set the story in between.
And you were the producers on the two films?
Yes.
Yeah.
And where did you originally come up with the character? Where does it originally come from?
The director and writer of the two films is our partner in our company, who is also an Indigenous writer-director from Australia called Ivan Sen, an award-winning director who's had films at Cannes and won the Silver Bear at Berlin with his first film, Beneath Clouds. So he's a very, very talented writer-director. So the character came through a lot of discussion with him about what we were going to do. And that discussion was really about how can we do something that encapsulates Indigenous characters, but can be commercial as well. It can have a genre basis and be something that a wider audience can see.
I have to say, when I first saw the character, also this is Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, when I first saw the actor, I thought Aborigine Mel Gibson. The actor is kind of charismatic.
He's very charismatic,
Okay, so what made you think that it could be turned into the film could be turned into a television series?
I think there really is the opportunity. Well, we just love the idea of television giving you the opportunity to, effectively what we've done is a very long feature film. We've shot it with one director, Rachel Perkins, and one editor edited it. And we shot it like a feature film, but it gives us the opportunity. We shot all the episodes at the same time, and so it gave us the opportunity to really delve much more deeply into a story, and it was really exciting for us and a real challenge to do that. And shooting it like a feature film, but being very conscious that each episode should be exciting and have a cliffhanger and all the usual things that you would have in episodic TV. But we could just delve much more deeply into a great story, which we've done. There's the mystery, but there's also a number of different storylines and mysteries within that as the series goes along. There's it delves into the recent past, but also into the distant past. So there's lots of opportunities.
If I could just say also that having a television series allows you to explore character more deeply. And so we actually go into Jay's backstory with his family, and the series has a bunch of families in it. So we can go more deeply into that side of it as well and build that into the mystery.
That's good. So yesterday, both of you referred to a kind of unfinished, unresolved history of Australia and talked a little bit about colonization, and that is a topic of the series as well.
Yes, that is very much where what we talk about and what we like to do in our films and television is make make a very compelling storyline via genre, but also have something to say. And in this case, really, we are commenting about Australian identity and the history of colonisation in Australia.
As yet unresolved.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we say is that really you can't, unless you acknowledge and reconcile the past, I think it's very difficult to have any hope of a better future. And I think that's what we're saying really in this series.
And the location. So it's the outback, and people talk about outback noir, but this is a particular place in the outback. So can you tell us a little bit about it? Because the location shots are gorgeous, the overhead shots are really stylish, and it kind of gives you, it reminds me of what Scandi noir does, with forests, you guys have done with deserts,
Yeah, we at some point we referred to it as Northern Gothic, because it's very set in the very north of Australia and in the Western Australia. So it's in the very northwest of Australia, and that's a massive amount of country up there. It's about half the size of Europe. There's only 25,000 people there. It's empty, but it's really primordial landscape. There's just massive mountains and rivers, and it's wild and pristine, and it's very, very exciting to shoot in that sort of landscape. So we are drawn to that, and it's very expensive to get there, but once you're there, it offers you some riches in terms of backdrops and landscapes, and the character of the series, really.
And how did you get Judy Davis for this, and why did she want to play the role? It's different than other stuff that she does.
This is the first time she's done Australian television, so it was a great honour. I think Judy was very interested in working with our director Rachel Perkins and with the lead Erin Peterson. I think she'd been very interested in working with Erin for a long time. Perhaps you can tell the story of when we first met Judy.
Yeah, we obviously, because we had this idea of having an older woman, we thought naturally, God, we'd love to get Judy Davis, and we didn't imagine that we'd be able to be successful. But so we met with her, and she asked, "Well, what's this character about that I'm supposed to be playing? What's the motivation and what's her background?" And I told a story to her that was I'd tried to make a film some years before with an Indigenous writer. And I'd met with this writer and said, I come with good intentions. And the writer said, well, let me tell you a story about good intentions. He said, where I grew up was a mission, like a reservation, where Aboriginal people were forced to live. And the mission manager came, and he was a man of very good intentions, but he came with the flu, and so killed a lot of people. He said, don't talk to me about good intentions. And so I told Judy that story, and I said, your character as a character has good intentions, but the past and what has happened within her family, within the series, good intentions aren't enough. She has to deal with really quite a cruel and gruesome past, and she has to come to terms with that and accept that and really deal with that. So it's quite a complex character, and I think that's what attracted her to it.
It's quite an interesting role. It's kind of like she's really a tough old bird. It's way away from anything like, with the English film, sometimes the older women get cast as the older heritage characters and they're revered and everything. That's not this character at all.
She's a really great character. I think she has a lot of strength, and she really stands up to Erin. She really does. The tension between the two of them, they don't really get on that well. And obviously, as it goes along, they have to learn to work together. So there's a lot of tension that unfolds that way. But I think also she's a character with depth. When you get to later in the series where she's having to deal with some of these issues that come up through her family, it's very powerful and moving. And to have an actor of Judy's caliber who can really deliver on that, it's very exciting television.
So my last question is, what's going on with Australian TV? I mean, I've been seeing a lot of shows here, and it's among the best things that I've seen. Robert Stomper's excellent. So is this. Kiwi and Kiki's not bad either. And so something's happening.
Yeah, I think it's a really exciting time to be making television in Australia. And we always say, it's better for everybody if all these terrific series are coming out of Australia. It means that the rest of the world are going to look and believe that we can make some great TV. I don't know what it is that's making it happen right now, but it's great to be part of it.
And you don't really have a choice, I think. You know, the globalization of TV, you know, with the new services and so many channels and stuff. And to make television now, you really do need to, if you're going to play and make quality television, you have to have a reasonable budget, you know. And so you have to be international, you have to think internationally, you have to source finance from internationally. So I don't think we have a choice. In Australia, we can't just pretend that we're isolated and don't need to be outward looking. We need to be outward looking. We need to make series that have a quality and storylines that will travel.
Yeah. Although actually both Longer Summer and this are very individual and very much Australian, which also adds to the interest in the series.
I think absolutely. That's something we were really interested in doing is telling a compelling story, but which has universal themes, but through the prism of this really outstanding landscape, and that sort of you know, the visual riches you have when you watch the series, you know, is something we really wanted to give the audience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.